Now, I assume that you had to, I think commercial flights to Ben Gurion Airport between Tel Aviv and Jerusalem have stopped, and you've had to go through Amman, Jordan to get to Israel. What did you see there?
Yeah, I did. And I've been to Amman a number of times. I find it a very hospitable country. But obviously, things have changed. You know, I'll tell you, I went, of course, to the demonstrations in Amman, and thousands of people who were there. And again, you know, we've talked about this before, but of course, when you're there and you're sensing and feeling it firsthand, it's a little bit different than discussing it academically or theoretically on television. But the chants, not just death to Israel, which of course they're chanting, death to America and death to the Jews, right? Those are the chants, those are the words they're using. It is ugly, it is horrific, and it's explicit what they're trying to do. They're not hiding the ball here. They're saying the quiet part out loud. Death to Israel, death to America, death to the Jews. And, you know, it was interesting when I was crossing the border, which I've done over a dozen times from Jordan into Israel. And again, I've always found the border crossing guards to be very friendly to me. We've shared a coffee. We have to wait a little bit. As I was crossing over, they asked me, you know, where are you going? And of course, I said, I'm going to Israel. And they said, I don't know what that is. If you want to go, you can go to Palestine. I need to hear you say you want to go to Palestine. And at first I thought he was joking. And I said, you know, it's very funny. I said, no, we're not going to give you your we're going to stamp your transit card unless you say I am going to Palestine. To which point I said, yeah, I don't know what you think you're messing with. I'd rather sit here all day and not cross over than say I'm going to Palestine. I'm not going to play your game. And we were in a standoff for a couple of hours because I wouldn't say it. Finally, they were able to put me through because I had to call a couple of people who said enough with this. But yeah, the situation in Jordan is extraordinarily tense, as it is, I'm sure, in every Arab nation around the world, and certainly here in Israel.
And some of the anti-Semitism, conscious or unconscious, is just sickening. The UN Secretary General, I mentioned it yesterday, the socialist politician Antonio Guterres, with his comments saying, well, look, you know, it was terrible what Hamas did to Israel, but you've got to see it in context of the occupation. As in, you know, whatever Hamas now does, it's always the Jews' fault. Whatever Hamas does to Jews, well, the Jews really were asking for it. Sick. Army's sick. It's absolutely disgusting what's going on.
Yeah, look, the UN comes from a long line of sick secretary generals, and this one is maybe the worst. And that's saying a lot considering one of them was a Nazi. Antonio Guterres is absolutely anti-Israel, bordering on anti-Semitic. He may be anti-Semitic. I don't know for sure. But his comments were striking, right? Okay, first of all, it's classic blame the victim. The left always bemoans, how can you blame the victim? That's exactly what he's doing. But he's also, again, pushing blood libels, right? It's not just that he's saying that Israel deserved it, which he is, but also continues the lies that we've debunked over and over and over again, saying that Israel is targeting civilians, right? This is the lie they're pushing on the left. This is the blood libel, which leads to the deaths that we saw in Israel in the hands of butchers.
Our own Prime Minister. Our own Prime Minister implying that Israel had deliberately targeted a hospital and not retracting that insinuation. Ami Horowitz, keep safe. Thank you for your time.